It's conversations with Cogee. It's conversations. The boy is about to flow. Stay tuned. It's conversations, baby. Yeah, I'm doing my thing. Come and sit down, come and talk to me. Topics off the chain, yeah, I'm getting it in. Callers calling in, jamming up my system. Stay tuned to my show and make sure you're listening. Make sure you're listening. You want to make sure you're listening.
Yo, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Conversations with Cogee. Hey, it's December, baby. It's Christmas time. Hey, the time of the year I love, you know what I'm saying? Where, hey, it's cold outside. You can get all snuggly. You can get sporty and put on your best gear. But you always want to be snuggled up with a little something, you know what I'm saying, during December. So when I say snuggled up, hey, the woman of your dreams, a woman you just met, you know, hey, whatever you prefer, you know what I'm saying? Y'all women with your men, whatever you do out there. This is the time of the year when it's supposed to be about less stress. It's supposed to be about being in love. It's supposed to be about, you know, just looking forward to doing decorations. You know what I'm saying? All kind of good Christmas stuff. You know, whatever deals with Christmas, that's what we're here to talk about today. And today, title of the show, For Better or Worse, Helping Men and Women Understand Each Other. And that's what I want to do this year. And I felt like this show would be very special for me to do this show because, number one, I mean, there's so many breakups going on right now. I mean, every time I meet somebody either going through a breakup, on the verge of breakup, or, hey, they are broke up. So the question is today, what is the problem? What's wrong? And I definitely want to do, you know, a shout out, you know, to Paul Walker's family, you know, the guy that's in the Fast and Furious. That's really sad what happened to him. And he was a good dude. I've been hearing a lot of great things about this man, nothing negative, everything good. So he definitely touched a lot of people's hearts while he was here on earth, just like I'm trying to do and like I'm trying to do as far as helping these relationships. So, you know, I definitely want to take a minute for Paul Walker, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, and the other person who was in the car with him, I don't know his name yet. And I don't think they revealed it yet. Maybe they have, but when I find out what it is, we're going to talk about him too, because nobody gives the unknown people, a moment of silence. And on this show, we don't discriminate against nobody. Everybody's special on here. It ain't nobody to come through this show that, you know, we put on a pedestal that our outside listeners and everybody, they not on the same pedestals. We all a star under God. And y'all know what I say at the end of all my shows. God don't only love one of us, he love us all. So quit letting people tell you, oh, well, God said this and God's going to bless. Well, God's going to bless everybody when it's the right time. If you are lined up right with God or whoever you believe in, great things are going to happen. But God don't help those who sit and wait. He help those who keep moving. So let's just get, you know, all that out of our system and thinking, ain't nobody for me. It is somebody for you. You got to keep moving and doing what you need to do when you want to make it. So, like I said, we're going to take a moment of silence, you know, for Paul Walker. And then, you know, like I said, we're going to get the show back underway. Okay, there it is. Definitely. So, you know, like I said, everybody, whenever you tell somebody in this show, it's why this show is really special today, because they showed a clip of Paul Walker taking a picture with one man right before he got in that car. And then he told everybody, hey, see you in a minute. I'll be back. We all think when we say to somebody, we'll see them in a minute and they'll be back. In relationships, we get smart with people. We say things that's so wrong. We say things hateful. We do hateful things to each other. And we always think, well, you know, either I'll take it back or this person's going, you know, they're going to wait for my apology. Or I'm never going to apologize. But the thing about it is, why I'm doing this show, does it really matter? Does it really matter who's right or wrong when it comes to getting back together, making everything all right? And especially when children are involved and children are watching this whole situation. Why is it so important to hold a grudge? Because you're showing your children, our children are the reflection of the parents. So I'm going to go, you know, I want to definitely go to Miss Peaches right now. Miss Peaches, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Cogee.
Miss Peaches, what you think about the show today? For better or worse, men and women, helping men and women understand each other.
Oh, I think the show is really needed, and it's a great topic for you to bring, certainly during the holidays, because there's so many extra stresses going on, and a lot of times it starts to bleed into the relationships. You know, whether it's, you know, fighting over what you're going to get everybody, or that you don't have the finances for this, or maybe the husband wants to spend money on that and the wife doesn't, or vice versa. So I think this is a really good time to do this show, and get a lot of information out there that can help people get through these holidays and stay together for the new year.
You know what? Let me say this. You know what? You're definitely right on that. But Miss Peaches, what do you think is the biggest hang up when it comes to holding grudges? And, what do y'all women want from us men? And now I got my whole women crew in here, and we going to Jay's in on it too, because you was a part of putting this show together. So you ain't getting away with it. But see, I got my man Tim right here. I got Alan Man on the line with me. Alan Man, how you doing, my brother?
I'm good, Cogee. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Now, in this first hour, it's me, Tim, and, Alan, man. And then we got Jay. We got Queen Bee in here. We got Foxes in the house. And we got Miss Peaches. So I'm going to go to you first, Miss Peaches. I'm going to ask you real quick. Miss Peaches, what do y'all want from us men? And then we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back in and get the show underway.
A little understanding and patience because, sometimes we may seem crazy to you guys or we don't know which way we're going, but sometimes we just need to work out our feelings and what we might be going through. Plus, we go through a little bit of extra stuff, throughout the month that you guys don't. So just a little understanding and just listen, just to hear us out, because sometimes you might jump, just like we do, jump to conclusions or hear something wrong. So I think that for all of us, if we can just work on our communication skills and just give each other that respect, and that time to really hear what you're saying and work on it. Because I don't think any person in a relationship has gone 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, and then they could just want to throw it all away over one argument. I really don't think that's what either party wants.
Okay. Alan, man, come on, bring us up through her. You tell me real quick, what do us men want from the women real quick, and then we're going to take a break.
Want understanding and trust. We want you guys to, to let us be a man. Don't try to change us. Let us be who we are.
Okay, is that it?
Oh yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, me and Tim got a lot more to say when we come back.
It's a lot more, but
I feel you. No, we gonna hold on.
Short,
Right. Well, okay. We hold on. We gonna hold on to after the break, and we gonna come right back in. But I definitely want to start this Christmas holiday off with some Christmas joy and some Christmas music. And y'all definitely get ready because we got some great guests that's with us in the second hour and the third hour. And I tell you about that when I come back. Jay will tell you who we got on here, and we got some specialists on here with relationships, and we gonna put them to the test today because me and my whole team's in here, and we gonna really test what they know about relationships because that's what it's all about. One thing about everything, we all don't agree on the same thing, but we can agree to disagree and still all be cool. This show ain't about black eyes and bloody noses. That ain't what we doing this for. We doing this for understanding, but everybody ain't gonna understand, but everybody will get something out of this show. So y'all stay locked in, stay blessed. Everybody else, get your pens and paper and get ready for a great show. This is Conversations with Cogee, baby. We coming back strong. We'll be right back. Hey, what's up, everybody? We back. Welcome back to the Conversations with Cogee show. And like I said, today's show, title of the show today, For Better or Worse, helping men and women understand each other. We want to hear both sides of it because it ain't about who's right or wrong. It's about finding a happy medium right in the middle where we can stay together, where we can work things out, and we can keep moving forward until things change. They can either show us that our relationship ain't worth having, or it can show us that being strong and working through it, that we made it through it. And now we can have, a lot of years under our belt, maybe a wedding, maybe a family, who knows? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people come into relationships nowadays with other baggage from other relationships. And, like that saying, that people say all the time, it's the person who can come along and tell you, here, let's unload that baggage. This is where I want you to be. I know you got problems and we'll work through them. But everybody comes into a relationship, a new relationship, carrying that other relationship's baggage. So we're going to come back in today, and I'm going to go to Jay real quick. Jay, you got some announcements you want to make. Who's in the first and second hour? And why did you think his show was, right for us today? Then I'm going to my man, Tim. He's going to definitely break it down, with relationships, what he feel the problems are nowadays. And then we're going to keep it moving around the board. Foxy says she can't wait to talk about this situation today. How you doing today, Foxy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Happy holidays to you. Foxy got her hair laid, y'all. She got her hair up. She's ready. Queen Bee's here with us. Queen Bee, what up?
Hooty hoo.
Hootie hoo, that's Queen Bee. Definitely.
I need my own call.
Yeah, you know that's right. All right, so Jay, what we got going on today?
Well, definitely wanted to say, in answer to your question, we have to have at least one show about relationships, every once in a while. More sooner than later,
Definitely.
because
with the holidays rolling in.
Yeah. We're having in the second hour, Rochele Hirsch. She's the author of Relationship Chemistry, Understanding the Unspoken. And in the last hour, Tanii Carr, author of 10 Weeks to Love. And they have really great insight, and you definitely want to stay tuned in. They're going to be talking about unrealistic expectations that most of us bring into relationships. So you definitely want to stay tuned for their words of wisdom. And but this hour is open for them.
Right. Okay, well, since I got you on the mic already, let me just go on at you right now. What do you think is some crap that's going on in relationships right now? What do you see that just have you like, really?
I think everyone puts so much pressure on each other to complete each other. It's almost like people live in a daze or fantasy world.
Right.
People come into relationships thinking that the other person's going to complete them and make them whole when they have to work on themselves.
Right.
And in order to fill, that void in your own heart, you have to work on that yourself to be complete for someone else.
Right.
So a lot of people have a lot of, like you said, baggage from other relationships, and they have to get through that and to move forward.
Right. Okay. Now, you told us in the Buddhist terms. She's a Buddhist, everybody, so she's going to say some real sweet and smooth stuff. Tell us in your crap voice what is going on in relationships that's crap. Now, to the people who can understand crap talk, tell us what... Tell us in your crap talk mode, what do you hate about relationships? You gave us the smooth Buddha. I knew it was coming smooth, but now I want you to transform and talk to our listeners who like it, the negativity talk about relationships. As a woman, what do you see that just irks you about relationships? Whatever happened with you?
Just misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding?
That one song I love so much. Oh Lord, please help me. I'm misunderstood.
Right.
That says it all up. We all are misunderstood. I don't know if that's the answer you're looking for.
Okay. Miss Peaches, jump in. She needs some help. Give us Miss Peaches. Come with the crap. Come on.
That is some bull stuff. No, but for real, I think a lot of people's pride and ego get in their way, and it's like, you know what? If you're not willing to set all that aside to make it right with the person you're with, then y'all shouldn't even be together anyways.
Right.
If you can't, lay your pride down and say, you know what, I'm sorry. If that person's love and that relationship doesn't mean that much to you, then get on. Go on somewhere, because then it shouldn't even be together.
Yeah.
Because that isn't true unconditional love. Even in the Bible, it's about, Cogee, you can take it even there, but I mean, it's like running through my head so fast, but they washed Jesus' feet and Jesus washed their feet, and it was, what I'm saying, and that was the family love, that was brotherly love. But gosh, this is your mate, this is the person you chose or are choosing to be with, hopefully with the idea that you'll be with them for a very long time. Right. So if you can't set it aside, it ain't worth it. Find the one that makes you feel like you won't let nothing get in between you guys. Find that one.
Okay, there it is. We going to my man Tim. We going to my board guy. I told him I'm going to bring him off the shelf for these shows. We want to hear him speak out. Tim, come on with it.
My problem, I think nowadays, it's changing and expecting people to change. You met some guy, he liked to go out a lot, hang out with his friends. Now you guys get together, and it's completely changed. Now you want him to be a homebody. You want him to hang out in the house with you all the time. You got friends, too.
But that's how you met him, though, right?
Yeah, that's you met him when he was out.
Right.
You just going to stop now?
Right.
Right?
Yes.
I just think, yes. She's like, yes.
Now, see, that's good, because I knew Foxy. Now I got the referee shirt on in between the two of them, because he said that Foxy jumped right in. So, but hold on, this is what I'm saying. You know that term, sometimes they say, what about guys? Now, we're going to reverse this, and this is no disrespect to no women out there. I'm just going to say it the way men say it, because women understand it and men understand it. What about when a man finds a woman in the club and, she's a runner too, and then they always say, she gets around with guys, just like men do with women. So everything I'm saying, I'm going to say it in reverse both ways. What I'm going to say is a two-way mirror. and you get a woman and they say how you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. You get what I'm saying? And what about a man? A man, the same thing. You can't turn a hoe into a house husband. You get what I'm trying to say? If he's out there and that was the lifestyle and he wasn't ready for that, but you latch on to him and you feel more stronger than he do, and you're trying to pull him into that, that wasn't set up for like that. Because sometimes when you feel like, well, we met up and we just kicking it, feelings take off. I mean, can you speak on it?
Yeah, I think feelings take off, but at the same time, I think it works in just one faction. Like with women, you wish they would have more friends. Please go out and do some stuff without me.
Right.
That'd be awesome.
I hear you.
We don't have to be up under each other all the time.
Okay.
The clingy syndrome.
Yeah, the Queen Bee said the clingy syndrome.
That's what it's called.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay, break that down to us. What that mean, Queen Bee?
I'll go to bingo.
You go to bingo? But what's the clingy syndrome?
Just like he said, want to sit up under you. You know, everybody need their own space.
Yeah.
And sometimes just going in a different room ain't enough. You know.
Okay.
You can still hear him breathing.
Oh, hey, hold on. Alan, man, step in. Come on.
Ooh, boy. Not already.
Alan, man, ain't that what you want?
I like it hot. I'm from Jamaica.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll stay in.
You know, I mean, yeah, everyone do need their space, you know. And at the same time, you ask yourself, you know, what's too much space and what's not enough space.
Yeah.
You know.
Break it down to me. What's enough and what's not too much? Give me, I mean, you know, from a man's perspective.
You can go hang out with your girlfriends, and you know, I mean, you can even go for a weekend with your girlfriend and hang out. But when it starts becoming repetitively, you know, I think there's a problem with that. You know, because especially when you go and hang out with all your single friends. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you're married and you're hanging out with your married friends, that's cool. And I'm not saying don't hang out with your single friends, but I mean, there's a thin line right there. You know, of how much with your single friends who don't have a man, or your single, you know, husband who guys who don't have a wife or whatever, you know. So, and I'm not saying like with your brothers or something like that. That's totally different. But we all know that in a lot of cases, when you go hang out with your girlfriends who's looking for a man, you're gonna get in trouble, or vice versa.
Yeah.
You know, so when is it too much and when is it not enough?
Right. I feel you. Now, Foxy been shaking her head while you was talking. Now, we ready to bring Foxy in. Foxy, hold on. I want you to do this for me real quick. What did Tim say that you disagree with? And what did Alan Man say that you didn't disagree with?
I didn't disagree.
Everything.
No, I don't have nothing against you, Alan Man, but the part about having space. If you wanted space, why did you even talk to her in the first place? You know, just if you just want to be friends, it's just the point is if you want more than friendship, then you're gonna get more than friendship. If you just want friendship, she's gonna do what she wanna do, and he's gonna do what he wanna do, and then you come in the middle, come together.
But if they both said, like I said to Tim, if they both said, make an agreement in the beginning, we just kicking it. Don't trip on me. I'm not going to trip on you. If you see me with a woman, don't run up on me. I see you with a guy, I'm not going to run up on you. But then something in the middle starts happening where one of the spouses take it further.
When you have sex, that's when it changes everything.
That's when everything's changed?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So,
and what grown woman gonna let you tell them we just friends?
But hold on. Sometimes, women will tell the men that.
Yeah, but,
come on, Tim, kick in.
Most grown women want a husband.
Y'all go.
Cogee.
Y'all go.
A real woman wants a husband.
Y'all go.
I don't want no fly by night.
Y'all go.
I'm a younger dude who's always. I spend a lot of time with older women, and they are really upfront with the let's just be friends. Like, you do what you do when I'm not around, I do what I do. Right?
That's right.
They already divided. You younger than them. They probably know they can't hold on to you. See? So you fly by night. You cool and all, but You know,
You on the
you
Cogee-
already know that
He
you
ain't
ain't
no
there to
keeper.
stay.
You on the Cogee man
not a
side.
keeper.
You got to come back
you,
with something.
And you don't want to be kept.
You
And
do not let her stop you, Tim.
For real, Tim,
right now.
you don't want to be kept. And that's
Right.
probably what's understood don't need to be explained.
Right.
And that's how you come off. Look, I'm just her, and I holler back.
She checkmated you.
Hey, that's what's up. Hey,
Right,
I
right.
agree with that.
Told you,
But what
yeah.
you were talking about is, I'm talking about different. If two people like
Yeah.
to go out, you can still be together.
Yeah.
But it's like that Chris Rock said, if we're together all the time,
Right.
we got nothing new to say to each other.
But
Yeah.
you know a
Remember that
real
one
We done
time?
ran out of
you
things
was
to
there.
say.
Yeah.
But
Right.
you know a real woman, she wants more than that. And it's good that you truthful, but if you came to me, I say we just go eat and you drop me on off.
Okay,
You
but
telling the truth.
okay,
I
but
gotta
hold
be
on.
with you all the time?
But hold
I
on,
can't go
but hold
out
on,
no more?
but hold on. But see, there was that medium right there that we talking about. At least
Right.
you know, y'all going out to eat and y'all kicking it. But sometime in the midst of that, things can still change. Foxy says if sex come in the middle of it, things change. That ain't always true. You can look across the table and just feel a connection. This person could pull the chair out for you,
Yeah.
open the car door. You know, just be really attentive to what you need. And remember, y'all just kicking it.
Yeah.
But hold on. But in all reality, as a woman, that's what you need. And you start getting clingy to, liking that. And you can get caught up. Am I right or wrong? I mean, women. I'm asking the women. Talk to me right now.
This is Queen Bee flying away. I'm not getting nowhere.
But hold on. I'm asking the women. Alan, man, follow up with me. Did it make sense?
I'm sorry, Coach. I was getting my daughter in the car. I missed that.
Oh, okay. You missed that. Okay. Well, hold on. I'm going to go to Foxy. Foxy, did that make sense what I said?
No.
What do you think about that? So you telling me, Foxy, you can't fall for a man just kicking it with him if sex ain't even involved. You can't slip up and fall for a dude. A man. I'm going to say a man.
No, I'm not gonna fall for
No,
him.
not
Like,
just
I don't believe
not
that.
just walking
Okay.
No.
Rolo Polo, what is the chicken place, and see somebody.
Rolo
whatever
Polo,
it
it's
is,
a
but
pollo loco.
whatever, but it's a lot of attractive men, and you just, it's just like, hello.
I didn't say that, but we said in the midst of you kicking it with this one person all the time.
But what's your
I
definition
didn't
of
say-
kicking it?
But I said without sex. I said it still can happen without sex.
But without sex, you could detach quicker.
Okay, but if you can detach quicker, how would you detach if you wasn't attached? And that's what I'm talking about. You can still be attached to a way a person treats you nice. He respects you. He makes you feel right without even having sex. You can go and have ice cream together and have the greatest relationship just having ice cream or dinner together or going for a walk. One of the best conversations I just time with somebody that might have been even better than having sex. Because when you was in a relationship and you was having sex, that's all you was having was good sex. You get up out of the bed, nothing in common. Just like Tim said, nothing in common. No, it's done. It's over. But which one would you rather have? I'm asking the question right now. We're going to go around the board. Would you rather have good sex or would you rather have a great long relationship where sex didn't play a role? You know what I'm saying? And, y'all get along, y'all go have fun and everything.
But Cogee,
It's never gonna
Queen,
happen.
It's not going to happen
Never.
because
It's
any
never gonna
woman
happen.
with some sense wants some sex.
No,
you want
no,
both.
no.
too.
I'm
Yeah.
saying if the sex wasn't good, but the relationship was great, hanging
But
out.
wait
Hold
a
on.
minute.
Hanging out and being around each other. That's the question
But
I'm
if
asking.
the sex ain't good, it ain't going to click.
A man ain't gonna stick around
Right.
either.
Ain't nobody looking at that. No.
He's not gonna do
Cogee, I'm flying away. Queen Bee has left the building.
Miss Pizza, chime in.
Well, I guess it depends on what
Thank
stage of your life you're in. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, people have been in relationships where it was just all wrong, whether there was abuse. There's a lot of abuse that goes on behind closed doors with men against women and women against men. Sometimes people fall in love just being friends with someone because they did not have that in their relationship
Right.
before. I think whatever you miss in a relationship that you had before, and that's why you're not together anymore, whatever person comes to you and it fits together in that way, that's going to be what you fall in love with. And then if you're friends with that person, and then the other side might not be good. You know what I'm saying? So it's a catch-22, or you might match up with that perfect person that is your friend that you guys have, out in the street and in the sheets is all good. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's where everybody's at from their past to their future.
Okay, Peaches.
Jay, chime in. Sitting back. You don't fall against the wall, laid back like you ain't in this conversation. Come on, what do you think
I might
about
not
it?
be a bee, but I'm a fly on the wall.
So what do you think about this? I mean, what's your take on it?
I want to piggyback off what Ms. Peaches said. I mean, it just depends on what place you are in your life. Sometimes, you know, in the beginning of new relationships, it's that different type of love, that infatuation with each other. And once that fades away, what is there left? And that's where I think other things come into play, you know, as far as, do you have a friendship? Can you build a friendship? I mean, it just depends on each person, how much they feel like they can't live with that person or live without them, you know. Can you live with this person for the rest of your life or without them?
Buddhist, let me tell you something. If your man had 2 swerves and good night, could you deal with that for 40 or 30 years? 2 swerves and good night. But the relationship was cool. Y'all have fun, y'all laugh and everything. But when it comes to, you know, bedtime, 2 swerves and good night.
Right.
2 drunk turns and he's off the road. What? I mean, come on, give it to the truth. I mean, the honest Buddhist truth. For real. What would you do? How would you deal with it? That's what we're talking about today. And we coming around the board with a lot of stuff. How would you deal with that?
I think open communication. If you were open with that person who is, you know, for himself or for herself, you know, that would show in the relationship. If they wanted to take more time to take care of my needs or someone else's needs, you know, there's ways to work around that. And there's tips and there's things that you can do to spice up a relationship if you really truly care about each other.
Okay.
But see, wait a minute. It's not going to be no relationship when it's open. Who wants that? You settling for less.
No. You missed what we said. We
what?
said if you in the relationship.
For 30
years.
And no. I said if you in the relationship, everything's cool, but he's two drunk turns and he's off the road.
Right,
2 swerves and he's off the
still-
road. Well, hold on. So you saying sex plays a role in a relationship
Yes.
to you?
Yes.
What happens if that...
You would hold on. You would leave a man if he didn't have a good. He was an all around good person, but the sex wasn't good. I'm just asking you a
No,
question.
because he'll probably already be my husband or something.
Well, but I'm still asking. What would you do? What would you do?
Nothing. It's just other things. We can take more trips.
Take him to the doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Now see,
Go
that's
to the
what
midnight bingos, all 3 sessions.
Alan, man, chime in. I feel you.
See, you know, I think Foxy, she was so hurt in our previous relationship that she just has something against guys, I think.
I didn't say anything.
That's what I think. But yeah, I mean, you know what?
Queen Bee.
You have to have good communication, and you know, you guys have to get along even before the sex part.
That was Queen. Hold on. That was Queen B that said, if sex ain't good in the relationship, it's over.
Oh,
I said you could do
well,
other things. I'm not going to leave for that because of that.
But
You
know what
hold
I
on.
mean?
You are confusing me, Queen B. You're gonna be off the panel. I just said plain as day.
Alan
Would
Man.
you leave, Alan Man? And that's why Alan Man jumped in real
I
quick.
wouldn't, because Foxy said take him to the doctor if nothing's going on down there.
But you just said no. A relationship wouldn't last if the sex was bad.
No, I said it's being friends. If he's just
I've
saying
been
we
clear
friends.
that up. I said a relationship.
The
If
bee
you let
is
a man-
leaving the building.
Go ahead, Alan Man.
Well, you know, I mean, you have to be friends. You have to get to know
Yeah.
each other before you just jump in the fact. You know,
Right.
because that's how you're gonna find out if you want to be with that person and have a long term commitment.
Right.
You know, and then you know if the bump and grind isn't that good, then I mean you just have to work on it.
Right,
you know?
right.
I mean,
I agree.
tell him or her, you just gonna have to play a little bit more. You
Yeah.
know? I
Right.
mean,
Hold on.
huh?
Go ahead, Alan Man.
Do things that make that relationship, you know,
Right.
better as far as that goes. There's
Right.
so much a person can do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
It don't have to just be bang, bang, bang.
Right.
You got-
Yeah.
Hey, look. Hey, get the facts out.
It's a family show. It's a family show.
Hey, I'm telling you, hey.
Alan Man called a cell phone.
Hey, text it to me. Text it to me, Alan Man. Text it to me. What you want to say?
Alan Man, hold on.
Oh, hey, hold on, check it. Now we're gonna go to Foxy right now because Foxy said I did not appreciate Alan Man coming at me on the air in front of everybody saying my relationship wasn't about nothing.
And it was with a Jamaican man.
Alan man. You heard Alan man. She said, and if it wasn't nothing, it was with a Jamaican man.
Exactly. So.
Hey, everybody can't be a Winston now. You should have kept looking. Hey, it's just like saying all apples that's green taste bad. You know, you can't judge a book by its cover. Just because that person was from Jamaica, that don't mean nothing. I'm from Jamaica, and I know that. Hey, I know what I'm doing. I got it right.
Okay. Watch out now.
I promise you that. And if you would like references, I'll be more than happy to give
Alan,
you.
man, where you located? Where you located? Queen Bee is flying.
Hold on. We got to let Foxy come back on there. Foxy, he said his references, he got references that he's the right Jamaican dude.
He's a married Jamaican man, so he don't count.
Okay. You hear that? She said, you out the game, baby. You're on the sideline.
He's on the side
look.
looking
even though
in.
I'm married, I still have to stay that way. So that means I gotta bring it correct.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Good.
Right.
That's good.
Me too.
So you give him props on that?
Hey,
Foxy said you ain't getting nothing.
I can't steal my business. Go back shopping, Foxy. Go back shopping.
No, I don't look. I wait for God to give me who He's gonna give me. I don't have to look.
Well, that's good, but you know what? You're going to have to see something that you're interested in order for God to give it to you.
To make it work.
You know? Because,
He said you got to try with something.
If you're just sitting around, it might never happen.
No, I'm not just sitting around.
If you see the way this hair is up, she came from somewhere. She's going somewhere after this show, Alan, man. Believe me, she ain't sitting around waiting.
Not at all.
She got this glow and this smile on her face. I'm wondering where she came from before she came to the show today. Look at her.
You can't sit around and wait for a man. Right. You got to keep living.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: What if y'all in Tim? You got something on your mind? You want to release it real quick? You looking at Queen B? You looking at Queen B? Come on with it.
Let's go.
All right, y'all was talking about how if sex isn't right, it can't work. I agree with that as a guy.
Right.
Personally, I don't think you know if you like a woman until you sleep with her.
Okay.
Because inherently, it's all that chemistry in your mind, all that baby batter saying, I want to hit it, I want to see what it's like.
Right.
And she seems a lot more interesting than she could be.
Right. Okay.
Until you sleep with her. I think that's when you know.
Right. But hold on. What about this? Now, Miss Peaches, I'm coming to you because I feel your vibe through the phone. Now, what about this? Let's look at this as a man and a woman. Y'all know me. I'm a referee this, and I'm a very fair person. What if this person that you so-called sleep with just ain't had the experience that you done had because they had a mate for a long time, and they just wasn't active like that, different ways and different things, and that person just ain't been down that road, but they willing to learn and go down that road. Now, sometimes when you meet a girl on the first go round, they don't go all out when it comes to sex. They keep it cool. They don't just unleash everything. But what if this person is really innocent because they ain't had those many partners, or they might only been with one or two dudes, or they been in long relationships and sex really wasn't the focus, so they don't know all those tricks and twists and turns in the bedroom, but they really are willing to be whatever you might need them to be. I mean, what do y'all think about that? Now, I'm going to go to y'all women. Miss Peaches, I'm going to go to you. What if you was with a guy and he just wasn't what you thought he was, but he had been in a long relationship and that just wasn't a part of their thing? So you got to remember, he's coming in with baggage of already being a certain way in the bedroom. You get what I'm saying? He's had no reason to change because he's been in this relationship. Are you willing to wait for the change? Are you willing to help the change? Or do you feel like, no, I just don't want to deal with that? I'm grown. I'm not going to teach a grown person what they already should know.
Well, okay. Well, at least if you teach them, at least you know it came from you. And Google, like we see the rest of the show, you can hand them your phone and tell them, look it up.
I like this right here. I like this right here. You see this move? It's called the pretzel. I need you to limber up.
Family show.
Yeah, that's why I said it's the pretzel.
Yeah.
It's the pretzel with no salt. You know what I'm saying? Tia, what you think about that? Come on, help me out. What you think?
What Miss Peaches just say?
Miss Peaches? What you say?
No, not pass. I passed. Pass the ball.
She said Google it.
She passed the ball.
I think I can't go with being taught. I think you naturally kind of click with somebody or you don't. And I think you just setting yourself for failure if you go a long time trying to teach somebody something and you're gonna run into someone who just knows.
What if you go all out with this dude or this female, and then they never call you again? And that's why half of the women be so hurt. They done put their best tricks down. They done, did everything they felt they can do to show this person, I'm what you need. This is how you can have it. And then the person just never call them no more. I don't want to have nothing to do with them. And the women are devastated. But it's a boomerang, too. Men are devastated, too, when it happens to them. Yeah. I'm very fair. Men are devastated when it happens to them, too.
Hey, you just chalk it up to, hey, wasn't meant to be. I think you just can't put that much seed into it. If it didn't click, you felt it, too. There are rare times when you were like, that was it.
Right.
And the other person was like, nah.
Right.
I think and everybody knows from jump how you guys move together, how you feel together if it works.
Okay. Alan, man, chime in.
Well, like you said, you know.
Queen Bee's messing with you, Alan, man.
Hey, you can't teach everybody something all at one time. You gotta gradually teach them. That way they don't run off with what you taught them.
Yeah.
Because if you give them just enough where they have to come back and find out what's next. Yeah. They're gonna stay around because they're gonna be like, man, I was doing flips. What's next?
Right. Okay.
So you have to gradually do it. You can't just bam do it and blow their mind. And they'll be like, oh no, I can't handle this.
Right. But see, my thing is the reason why, and we're gonna move on with the next question I'm asked. But I had to go right there with sex because when you got reality shows, you have all these different movies. They make sex just the forefront of everything. And I don't want my children growing up thinking you got to go into it just with sex right off the bat and not get to know the person. He could have the best sex in the world but be very abusive. Yeah, anything could be wrong. I could be a straight up loser, a straight up couch potato. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my children to be, fooled and bamboozled with that. I mean, my father used to say all the time, man, anybody can get sex. You know what I'm saying? You could pay for it. You could do anything you want to do and get what you want. But you can't get that soulmate and that good feeling from everybody.
Exactly.
That's the way I feel about it. Now, I want to ask this question real quick. What if you're in a relationship with your spouse and you don't like their children? No, I'm serious. We got to talk about this. And you don't like their children. The children don't like you, but you and this woman have a great relationship, but you and the children don't click.
Okay, well, Cogee, let me read this quote. Now, that's right on time. Alan, man, you listening?
I'm listening. Go ahead. Bring it.
Everyone comes with baggage. Find someone who loves you enough to help you unpack.
That's what I said earlier.
Ain't that cute?
It is. I said that earlier.
Alan, man. He don't.
I agree.
Oh, you agree? Okay. Now let me do this.
So you gotta take the kids.
Hold on. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to you, Foxy. If you met a man and you and him clicked, and he didn't click with your children, I mean, your children really had a problem with them, and he had a problem with them because they got a problem with him, and it's just always chaos in between that. What would you do? Would you say, hey, I'm grown now, y'all grown, I got to live my life with this person. I got to live my life with this person, so be it. Or would you leave the relationship alone? I'm coming around the board
Depends
with it.
the age.
It depends, the age. What age?
And if you got a 5-year-old and he's giving him the eye and the finger, he got to go.
Yeah, he
That 5-year-old depends on you and needs you, and then foremost, that's your baby. Men come like buses. And evidently you got him on the bus stop if he's acting like that.
Sometimes it's short buses, though. There's all kind of buses.
Well, he was on the short bus.
But what age are you talking?
Okay, well, let's say, we're going to make it good. Let's say 10. Let's put it right there at 10.
No,
hold on.
He would have to go.
Yeah.
Sometimes, now, Miss Peaches, y'all get ready. You're an element. Sometimes, and I went through this when my mom and dad got a divorce. Mm-hmm. It was like nobody was good enough, better than my father.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I already set up my wall to be blocked, even though some people came along and they was cool, but they couldn't get a chance. I just wouldn't never put them above my father. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well,
so that's what I mean by if you as a woman or man know the relationship is good and you know the child got this block up and he's always giving reasons for things to be messed up, what would you do? Is the relationship better for you, or is it better for you to let it go because the child ain't happy?
It can be worked out because you can make ways around that. He's 10. Come over when he go to sleep, since it's such an uproar. Come when his dad got him on the weekends. that can be worked out because at 10 he can't go nowhere.
Right.
And what real mother's gonna send him packing? So see.
No. I didn't
I know what you're saying.
Not send the child
Yeah,
packing.
I know,
Send the man
but
packing
at
who's
10,
innocent.
yeah,
He
right.
just came into a relationship where
Yeah.
you might have came out of a divorce or
Right.
whatever.
Well, he
and
just
the
have
child,
to visit at night,
Okay. A night crawler.
Well, it's how,
a night creeper.
that's how they have to be.
Queen Bee wants a night crawler. You want somebody climbing through your room window, Queen Bee. Okay, we're going to go to Miss Peaches. Miss Peaches, what you think?
Yeah, I mean, if it can't be worked out, unfortunately, dude's got to go because
Yeah.
you can't get rid of your kids.
Right.
No.
know,
Hold on. I never said get rid of the kid. I said
No,
get
I know
rid of
you
the
wouldn't
new
say that.
spouse.
Right. But
I would
see,
never say
these
that
are coming
against
from,
hands off our children.
Right. This is coming from true moms. Cogee,
Yeah,
you a
but-
good guy, but if you had a problem with the little crumb snatchers, you gotta go.
Bye.
And you wonderful, you a provider, and we can come to the radio station, but if it's a problem, we catch you after 11:30.
Okay, but hold on. This is the thing about it. Now, hold on. I'm going to go to Alan, man, and then I want to move on and come around the board because I really got something to say that I ain't heard yet. So go ahead, Alan, man.
Well, you know what? For one, you're gonna pretty much know the person who you're with, and you're gonna know your kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're a real parent and you spend time with your kids and pay attention to them, you're gonna know what type of person to bring around your kids. And you know if your kids don't like them because they're just a piece of crap, or if your kids are just jealous. Because you know that happens.
Yeah.
You have kids that they don't want to let that parent go.
Right.
You have the kids who are already pissed off that mom and dad didn't work out.
That's right.
So they're going to make it as difficult as possible
Right.
for anyone who comes in that home to be a part of their mom's lives or their dad's life. So, as parents, you need to sit down and talk to your kids and find out what they like and what they don't like if you don't already know. And if you're a good parent, you should already know. And it also depends on the age of your kids, too. Because once your kids reach a certain age and they're so-called grown, 18, 19, they don't have a decision to make, a life decision for you when they're at the age where they're dating and they're doing their own thing. At that point it becomes selfish. So as long as you have, go ahead, I'm sorry, Coach.
No. I was saying I agree with you on that.
Me too.
I agree with you on that. I really do. And you broke it down. But the thing, excuse me, the thing I haven't heard anybody say yet is that I would set down. This is what I would do. If I was with a new female and I had my children around and they had a problem with her because I, divorced the mom. I wasn't with the other mom no more, their mom. I would sit down with both of them and say, hey, this is what it is. Me and your mom, we just didn't work out. Now, I done already probably had this talk with them before finding somebody new. But I would sit down and say, this is somebody that I like and I think they cool. And I think you should give them a fair chance to like them too. I think nobody sits down, and I think the other spouse should say to the child, I'm not trying to take your mom's place. I'm not trying to take your father from you either. I hope we can be friends. I hope we can grow together. You get what I'm saying? I hear everybody saying they just quick to throw somebody away. And sometimes I don't think that's cool because it's so many people that pray for the right person to come along, and we say, God, Buddha, or whoever you believe in, send this person down your way. And then you have this child who's going through, these different complexes about the divorce or the breakup and everything. And they making you judge, you know what I'm saying? What's best? The thing is, like you said, I do believe in what you said, Eric, Queen Bee, when you said plain as day, okay, I just have to pick the times when I can see this person to keep things cool. I agree with that also, until you can find a way to bring these two together and blend them together where they can find a happy medium to be together. Okay, then on the other side, I can see where y'all said, even Miss Peaches said, well, maybe the person got to go, but nobody has said nothing about helping this child learn how to be in this relationship to share it with you. Half of the time, children feel like they left out. But if you bring them and sit down and say, hey, you know what? We in this together. We a team. You know, maybe we ain't a team from the start, but we going to try to be a team. Just get to know this person. If you get to know him, and I really think you gave this person a fair chance in getting to know him and you don't like him, how about I just keep them out of the midst of you and I get a babysitter and I go do what I need to do with them and come back and then I'm all yours again, because half of the children don't like giving up the power of their parents. So I agree, you know, with each side of what everybody's saying. But at the end of the day, it's just like what we talk about on Hands Off Our Children. If you don't make the children a part of what's going on and they looking out, they don't know. So therefore, they don't even know how to deal with relationships when they get grown and they get a spouse. Remember, you got rid of who you thought was good. So the children going to do the same thing. Why not sit down and let the man express, I'm not trying to be your dad. I'm not trying to take your mom away. I'm not trying to be, you know, your mother. I'm not trying to take your mother away. Why not sit down and make the child a part of the conversation where everybody can really hear how the child feels? I mean, what do y'all think about that?
I think you hit that right on the nose. And at the same time, also, you can't just jump into something when you have kids. You got to gradually make things happen where you introduce that person to your kids, you know, gradually, not just like bam. Okay, well,
right.
Here's Cindy. She's gonna be here every day, and she'll be hanging out with us. No, it don't work like that.
Right.
You know.
Well,
and
go ahead.
And also, in a lot of cases, you know, as parents, okay, both men and women, you know, whoever the kids spend most of the time with, you know, they need to talk to the kids and let them know, hey, look, you know, explain to them, you know, it's okay for the other parent to do things because, you know, we're not together, but we're still friends. You know, we're not together, we're still friends. I'm going to, you know, date, your dad's going to date, and, you know, you guys, you know, sit down and explain to them, you know, procedures, how things are going to be. Because in a lot of cases, the other parent be like, oh, well, they'll badmouth the one parent, and then they turn the kids against that one parent.
Right. I hear you. You're definitely right about that. And see, that's what we're breaking down today. We're trying to also help the children deal with these new relationships, too. So, hey, I want y'all to stay locked in. Alan, man, good job, my brother. Good job to everybody here. Hey, we all can agree to disagree. We all don't feel the same way, but everybody can learn from this. Hey, title of the show today, For Better or For Worse, helping men and women understand each other. Hey, I'm your host, Cogee, and you're listening to the Conversations with Cogee show, and we'll be right back. Get ready for our two great guests coming up in the second and third hour. Get your pens and paper and get ready for a great show. We'll be right back.
You're seconds away from Conversations with Cogee.